Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Madals and today I have got game number 1 of a best of 1. It is a bit of Terran versus Zerg and I'm really looking forward to it. It should be pretty good fun. And it's going to be played out on Belshire Ladder Edition. And can I just say before anything else, this decal is amazing. Look at that skull. Doesn't that look so swish? Seriously. And I think I just took like a million print screens because I meant to do that. The button immediately over the hotkey I have for rotating the camera is print screen. So therefore I've probably now just got 1,000 images or something just when my gear was like take all of the screenshots. And my computer lagged out a little bit there, so hopefully that won't affect the cast. But that's an embarrassing story that I'm going to keep in here so everyone can have a little bit of a laugh at me. So let me introduce these two players. Down in the bottom right as the red Terran player on FXO, it is TheBest. And his opponent in the top left, the blue Zerg, OutRun. So, what can we expect? TvZ, well, from a Zerg player, it's going to be a 15 hatch 16 pull because that's what always happens. Always, always, always. If he doesn't, it's because life is playing. And he's just decided I'm going to go for an early pull and come and kill him. Because that's funny, right? Everyone likes that. Anyway, do have a drone scout just coming out, making sure there's no proxies or anything like that, which is always a good move actually on a 2-player map. Because it's better to be safe than to be sorry. Because if you're sorry, yeah, you tend to be dead, and if you're dead, you're not too happy. Or I don't know, would you be happy if you're dead? I don't know, some people maybe would be. Hopefully not though. I hope not you. Yep, you that I'm talking to right now, one of the viewers of this cast, you're awesome. You are damn fine. I don't want you to be dead. Anyway, so we do have the hatchery coming down here, so all looking pretty good in this regard. Down at TheBest, he's going to go for a command center first as part of the wall off, which I love because, as I said earlier, early Zerglings are a bit of a nuisance. And you'd look a bit of a nincompoop if you didn't get down that command center. I don't know why I'm using such strange words today. I just feel like it. I'm in a bit of a funky mood. Anyway, so I should probably talk a little bit about kind of mid-game and things that we could be getting there. Even though we're not there yet, I could talk about the mid-game or I could talk about random adventures. Like the fact, for the first day in forever, it's raining where I am. Like, this is England. And so the sheer fact that it hasn't rained for like ages is astonishing because it always rains here. It's crazy. It's constantly raining, but it's not. For a while anyway, it's been lovely, glorious sunshine. I've even got a bit of a tan, which is pretty swish, if I do say so myself. But no, now it's sitting there and it's raining again. So I feel back a bit to normality, and I feel fine being my inner geek and just sitting locked up in a dark room with the curtains drawn, casting StarCraft, rather than being out having adventures in the sun. Now, OutRun, he's got his spawning pool up. No gas taken as of yet. Probably will do so fairly soon, unless he waits. If he waits for the gas, that's quite a bold move. What has he actually seen? That's something that's quite important to know. Has this Overlord seen anything too important? No, but there's a drone running around that's seen everything. So, up, should have noticed that. But yeah, so if you know this is coming down, you can say, well, I don't actually need gas because you're probably not trying to kill me with anything, so I don't need Zergling speed. I can just happily go about my business. These two Zerglings, are they going to see the SCV? No, they don't. The SCV gets through. And I don't quite know why my voice went quite so high there. I'm now talking extra manly and a little bit gruff, just to try and counteract the fact that I went about 3 or 4 octaves higher than even bats can hear. Now, this poor SCV is probably going to die because there's a queen here. As long as OutRun pulls it back, yep, there we go. You're going to take out that poor SCV, does die. The Zergling is just taking a quick look at the watchtower, taking a quick little peek around. Meanwhile, TheBest floating down that orbital command. He's just like, I'm going to take my natural. This is all good, getting down the reactor, and of course the factory too, and a third CC. God, I love this quick third CC build. Seriously, I love it with a passion. You can get all of the map control with the Hellions and just be like, hup-de-dup-de-dup-de-dup, gonna kill everything. And then you, well, with the map control, then you can happily get that third CC up. You're safe. You might not float it down to the third for a while because that is a bit risky, but you've got the extra mule. You've got the extra SCV produced every cycle, and that is good. Overlord came in and said, oh, okay, you got a third CC, and this could trigger a big reaction out of OutRun. He's only getting 2 gas at the moment. His first 2 gas, might I add, he has not got any tech as of this moment, but that's going to change pretty quickly. He could, his 2 options now really, right? Well, my opponent's got a third up, so I need to take my own third, which he's going to do, as we can see that it's being rallied over here. Alternatively though, he could say, I'm going to go and kill him. Because really, if the third's coming down, it does actually put some pressure on getting a fourth. Not super early or super eagerly, because obviously it's in the main and probably won't flow down for a while. But at some point soon, it's got to be in OutRun's mind that, yeah, I need to get a 4th base down, or I need to go and kill you with 3 bases. Considering all 4 gases are now being taken, it's not a big indicator that this is going to be a massive play. And the reason it's not, usually if you see 4 gases, you'd be like, oh my goodness, he's going to go and kill him with some massive tech play. But remember, the first 2 gases were only taken a minute or 2 ago, so he's really far behind in that gas income. Speed's only just got started, etc, etc. So he needs to catch up in that regard. Now, a couple of Hellions are going to start trying to roast the hatchery. How this even works, I don't even know, but of course Queens will come and say no more to that. But 2 Hellions going to sneak around the back, deciding maybe I shouldn't go in, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. No, definitely shouldn't, and could try and sneak around the other side. But the creep spread actually for OutRun is going quite nice. That's because he's got 2 Queens dedicated to nothing else than making creep tumors. And that's why it's spreading out nicely through all these different paths. Active creep tumors increasing by the minute, and that's always good. And to start pushing forward, you get a little early warning system, you join up your bases, and everything was happy. 1-1 upgrades are coming down as well, so with the lair plus the Baneling Nest, this is almost certain to be Zergling, Baneling, Mutalisk style coming down. And with this Overlord coming in, it just confirms that, yep, this is going to be probably Biomine for all intensive purposes. They've got a good number of barracks down. We know that the tech lab is still researching something, so it's probably Stim. The 3rd Orbit Commander's there, and there's a decent amount of, well, a decent number of SCVs going to be pumped out, and we can see that reflected currently in the work count. Just under 40 SCVs up against 51 drones. More Zerglings coming out though, because they're trying to deal with these Hellions. Got to be a little bit careful. Nice scans, 1 active creep tumor left up, should be able to get sniped off though. This is not many Zerglings to deal with quite a large number of Hellions though. Bit problematic. The Queens though, able to do some good damage. Will they get that next Hellion? No, not quite. The Hellions sneak away. Sneaky, sneaky. But yeah, a little bit of a pain done there. 42 SCVs now down. 66 drones, a big drone wave just came through, and that should mean saturation has been achieved. Not quite at the gas yet, we'll need a couple more to get that gas saturated, unless, oh no, sorry, I take it back, there's 18 workers each here, so we could actually transfer those down and be absolutely fine, but I don't think he's realised that quite yet. Spire, well, Spire, look at the Spire there. Just chilling, gonna be like, I'm gonna make some Mutalisks. No missile turrets as of yet, +1 infantry weapons is on its way through. The reactor coming down in this factory as well, just ready to probably start some Widow Mine production, because this is still only infantry, which is a little bit worrying. Interesting 3rd base location getting taken here by TheBest. He's taking the one to the north of the main rather than down to the usual 3rd, which could potentially throw off OutRun a little. It all comes down to whether he's aware of what's happening. He did have 10 Banelings morphing. Oh, look at those 13 Banelings now. They're ready to go for this push. Of course, seeing it come out with the Zerglings there early. 2 Speedlings still being left outside the natural just to see if reinforcements are on their way. Couple of scans. One going to see quite a few Banelings there, making TheBest hopefully a little bit more cautious, but able to pick them off quite easily. Needs to focus them down. What's coming from behind? There's quite a few units here. This is fairly intense. This is where things could go bad. 3 directions are units streaming through. The Banelings starting to connect already. Just plowing through everything. OutRun gets nearly all of the units. Just 3 lone marines get away with these 2 medevacs. Gonna have a little party out the way of everything, being like, wow guys, that was close. I guess we should be happy we survived. 2-2 upgrades coming down here. 2-2 upgrades also coming down on the other side of the map for TheBest. So both of these 2 players happily upgrading themselves to the max. Not really skipping a beat in that regard. First, Mutalisks are about to hit the field as well. That's an exciting time when Mutalisk comes out, because that's when drops and medevacs are no longer immune to any damage. They can get picked off, and if you keep the medevac count down, that's really good times for you, because a low medevac count usually equals good. Trying to bait out a couple of Baneling hits here, which is always fun to see, but the Banelings are still rolling forward. Not getting the best detonations I've ever seen. We'll kill a couple of SCVs. A little bit of creep spread trying to go down. Not going to really achieve anything there. In terms of workers killed, we see your best has killed 6 drones. Only 2 SCVs killed, though, by OutRun. And an Overlord is going to die in what looked to be one of the most painful ways imaginable. Oh my goodness. 4th base coming up, though. Expanding towards his opponent. Just put this in, like, perspective. This is the distance between their 2 bases. There. This is going to lead to some very intense action happening, but only if they decide to go for it. A couple more Banelings coming through, +1 flyer attack is nearly on its way down, and, well, the Mutalisk flock is still not too large. Only 9 of them out on the field for the time being, but that's enough to start picking apart some medevacs without too much hassle. Gotta be careful of drops though, because by expanding out here, it's very easy for TheBest to come and try and drop into the main. However, the creep spread is adding a really nice early warning system in there. Big pickup, boost away though, gonna get back to safety. The Overlord placement as well for OutRun is quite nice. He's got a good idea of where anything that could be coming in. It's going to make it a little bit challenging to try and sneak away. The medevacs getting out of there. The Mutalisks trying to chase them down. 4 more on the way out. And that, of course, takes us up to 13 in total. But oh no, the supply depots, they were down. That is not what you want to see. Banelings are detonating, getting some good hits here. Speedlings streaming through, now coming back. Want to try and deal any damage they can cost effectively. Going to try and get this round on the Marines again. Of course, there's not a single Widow Mine down anywhere that I can see. Where even are they? Or a couple sitting up here in the base. So could now get a few nice hits off, especially on those Mutalisks. But the Overseer just keeping a little bit of vision there. Overseer speed has been done, so you can just push in and snipe those Widow Mines off if you are very careful. And of course the Overseer is just rocket fast at the moment. Like, this is just crazy. Look at the thing go. It's like Usain Bolt at the Olympics. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'd say if we take a look at the resources lost, OutRun losing about 2,000 more resources, but that's fine for him because he's got a great economy, 76 workers. He hasn't managed to pick off any more SCVs as of yet, but has kept the army supply pretty damn low of the best, only at 71. Neither player approaching maxed yet, but both with the 2-2 upgrades, plus 3 weapons, has now started for the best, plus 3 armor, wherever the second engineering bay is. He was doing double upgrades, I know there's one here, there we go. Could get some more. The Mutalisks are trying to poke in, deal a little bit of damage. Got to be careful though. You don't want to be losing Mutas. That would be very unfun. But look at these Speedlings come streaming through, and the Wall-Off is down. This is a massive Zergling run by. In they come. A Widow Mine hit is going to go. The SC supply depots try to go up, but not going to be able to get done in time. A lot of reinforcements getting picked off. The bunker goes down. In comes the Banelings. They're coming for the party. Can't actually get through past the Zerglings at the moment, but this natural base is about to take a lot of damage. The Banelings just want to give those SCVs a hug, and there we go. The hugs are being taken. A couple of Speedlings up in the main. The third base getting assaulted as well. OutRun doing an amazing job at the moment of just annihilating everything, all from this big Speedling counterattack. Simultaneously a drop coming down towards the 5th, but look at the Mutalisks at this 3rd. They are just tearing it up. A couple of Widow Mines, though, don't fly over the Widow Mines. Big hits going down everywhere. That is not really what you want. Of course, the main base is also getting annihilated. Only 17 SCVs remaining. And this is probably going to trigger the best to go for a monumentally epic huge push just to try and end the game, because he knows that he is so far behind. A lot of these Widow Mines, though, getting taken out very efficiently by the Mutalisks, and that's not what's going to want to happen. Still 6 remain on the field. I'm not quite sure where they are, though, at the moment. A small group of infantry is here, but look at the stream of Zerg making its way forward, ready to start coming in, and, well, the 4th may have gone down. The Mutalisks may be able to pick off these medevacs, though, to prevent the retreat. It depends whether the chase is going to continue. A couple of Widow Mines are there, but the detonations will also hurt those Marines, and as we can see, the medevacs now getting picked apart. OutRun looking so good in this game. The Banelings could detonate on the mules, but choosing not to at the moment. But will force a left. Not anything else getting done. The mules all getting taken down. The Mutalisks tearing apart the 3rd orbital command. And that means losing the 4th was justified. Only 15 SCVs remaining and the 2 mules. The main base not really mining anything at all. OutRun now looking incredibly far ahead. 140 supply to 75. What a brilliant spot for him to be in. And retaking this 4th, I really don't see any option for the best. He's going to have to do something absolutely spectacular. He does have plus 3 just kicked in, though, for his infantry. Small upgrade lead, but is a small upgrade lead going to be enough when Mutalisks are ravaging into your main base, dealing so much damage? OutRun just being absolutely solid, getting 33 more Banelings, because when you're this far ahead, Banelings will only make your day a little bit better. A couple more morphing down to the side. The first lot being forced to cancel. The Marines pushing forward. There's a good number of medevacs. I must give the best that much. He's got 9 of them down, so he's got a good amount of healing coming down, splitting those Marines fantastically, trying to bait back into the Widow Mines to allow them to detonate on the Banelings, but a couple of Zerglings on the side. The medevacs all getting annihilated, and suddenly that medevac count that was oh so beautiful is now down to 0. Not a good time to be a Terran player. The Zerg swarm just rolling over everything in its path now. And this is what happens when a Zerg player gets up into full macro mode. When they're sitting plus that 70 drone mark, maxing out, it gets very, very scary. Supply depot's getting taken down, but of course the best at no risk of getting supply blocked quite yet. He's not got enough stuff on the ground yet, but a small little Marine push still coming forward. Big Widow Mine hits there. The Mutalisks still trying to take out that command center in the main base, but now the Banelings rolling forward. They want to get some connections. Where are the Widow Mines? They're all up on the high ground here. Will connect with a couple of Mutalisks, which is very frustrating, but yeah. Those Marines are all getting taken out. GG was called by the best, and OutRun played that game so damn good. That was awesome. I loved that. And if you loved it, you should like the video. You should leave a cool comment. And of course, you should subscribe because I get new games up daily. And I wouldn't want you to miss one because they're all pretty swish. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Madals, and bye for now.